line is not level. We have a gunite pool, a new gunite pool, and the water line is off by 3 inches from one side to the other. Is there any way to build up the side of the pool wall to level it out? We have travertine decking, so I don't think it would be too difficult to pull up the travertine. It's our first pool and we've spent a mini fortune on it. Not sure if this is able to be done, but as I stare at it, I'm ready to sell my house. This pool build has been a disaster. Thanks for your help.
Well, that's a bummer. I would say, is it possible to build it up? Yes. Would that be the right thing to do? No, I don't think so. And here's why. As soon as you try to raise that beam at that one end, you have a cold joint there. And while it can be temporarily built up, it's going to look great for a year or two, but you're going to end up with horizontal cracking and leaking across that end. The other issue would be what else is going on around, what's the grade of the yard. The better answer and the harder of the answer is to cut down the end of the pool that's too high. So you can either raise the one that's too low and have a cold joint, which is just going to end up being a problem, or you can cut down the high spot so that you're working, whoever's doing the work is working in the same material and just taking some of it away so you no longer have that cold joint. I think some of that's going to depend on where the skimmer location is. It's going to, it's going to depend on elevations in the yard, but the right way to do it would be to drop to one side. And it's a bummer that that happened, although as weird as it seems, most national code, if read correctly, when it comes to pool level, is plus or minus 2 inches. So a pool technically can be built and be 3 inches out of level one end to the other and pass code, and it's a shame, but that's the way that most code is written, unless there's a local ordinance that says something different. So unfortunately, as bad as the experience was, and I'm sorry for that, and I wish someone had, whoever the contractor was, I wish they'd done a better job for you. But the only right way, in my opinion, the only right way would be, like I said, cut down the high end, the high spots, and don't. And if you want to build up the low spots, build them up a teeny tiny bit. But you're long term going to create a cold joint there that is just not going to stay together, and it's going to move. Whether you're in a hot climate and it goes from hot to moderate, or in a cold climate where it goes from cold to warm, that thing's going to separate there, and you're going to have a problem.